Okay, the L39 again. The current fan that I have, it has to be mounted pretty far back, making it completely inaccessible. I mean, it is 12.5 inches. The front of the fan is 12.5 inches back from the inlet lip. So it is, the very front of this fan is clear back here. So the middle of it, where the mounting is way back in here. If I could put this fan anywhere I wanted to, or Tam's fan for that matter, I think I'd get it up here to where I could at least access the mounting tabs to, to mount it in the fuse nicely. According to the calculations that I did, if Tam's fan is 4 inches long, which I don't know, I'm just guessing here, I'm guessing it's longer than this one. If Tam's fan is 4 inches long and the center of its mass is, say, 1 inch from the rear, and it's probably actually further back than that, considering the motor is probably heavier, and if you want to put the ESC behind the motor, it'd make it even heavier, more biased to the rear of the fan, to the center of mass. But anyway, I guess if I could get, my goal really would be to add no lead to this setup. That would be my goal. And I think, let's see here, what do my notes say? Would want to put Tam's fan, if you wanted to put the ESC in the back of it, would need to find the center of mass on Tam's fan with my HV85 ESC behind it. Would need to be, okay, for Tam's fan it'd be, the center of mass would be 10 inches back from the inlet lip. So, okay, there's the inlet lip. 10 inches back would be right at the rear of the opening. The center of mass of Tam's fan is probably close to the very end of it, just, with all the weight in the back, that's my guess. So it would look something like this. Tam's fan is probably a little longer, so it would move this. Let's see, this fan is 3¼ inches, and that puts it 7 inches back from the inlet lip. The most forward point of that inlet ducting would be only 7 inches ahead of, well, this fan, and this fan's 3¼ inches long. If Tam's fan is 4 inches long, it'd only be 6¼ inches, so it'd actually be moved forward even a little more. I don't know if that gives you enough room for this ducting to wide both sides in efficiently. I know if you bring the ducting in too quickly, it may not be a good thing. I mean, it's probably nice to have some room. I don't know. I don't know much about inlet ducting other than you want it to be smooth, and probably the quicker you bring it in, the worse off you are. But that's just me guessing. But if I could put the fan anywhere I wanted, which is the question, I would have it right where my center of gravity allows me to not have to add any lead weight. So make it 10 inches back from the very lip of the inlet ducting to whatever the center of mass is on Tam's fan, which my guess is it's going to be pretty far back towards the rear of it. But if we are moving the fan forward some, currently I had added motor wire and put my HV85 out of the ducting, and the motor wire isn't too hideously long, I guess. It is 7 inches. I've added 7 inches of motor wire. And if we're moving Tam's fan a good inch or two forward, obviously then we're only looking at about 5 inches of motor wire for the ESC. And in that case, we wouldn't have to move the fan quite so far forward.